Alright, welcome, this is MDawg. Welcome back to Starbound. My goodness, this light is so bright, it's like I'm being interrogated. This is going to be another Starbound Short, and I am, in this little episode, going to talk about managing your inventory. And I don't mean your inventory as in your stash that you keep in your backpack on your person. I mean your more global inventory. And this is just maybe part one. This is one idea that I think is very helpful, especially once you get to mid game in Starbound. Did I call this Stargate a minute ago? Not sure. Alright, so let's look at my inventory right now. First of all, I'm so hungry. It's never good. Do we have any cooked food? We do. Here's some cooked alien meat. Let's eat a little bit of that. Now we don't have to worry about it. Alright. Let's look at how my inventory is very full. So I'm in no shape to go down to the planet and start looting and getting all this new great loot, because my bags will fill up, right? Secondary bag, it's still got some room, but primary bag is getting very full. Now, as you can see, I've kind of made some improvements here on the ship, and I've got some crafting stuff. I've even got a big tent, and I've got some chests and other crafting things up here. So there may be other ways to arrange it. In fact, there probably are some more efficient ways to arrange it, but this is kind of how I've got it set up right now. What I want to point out, though, in this video is really get in a little bit in depth and talk about the 3D printer. If you're not familiar with the 3D printer, this is a way for you to save items that you find out in the world, and for a cost you can record those items into your 3D printer, and then for another cost purchase them out, as many of them as you want at another time. So it may feel like, okay, well, I'm spending a lot of pixels just to store something and then make more copies of it later. And yes, it does cost pixels, but once you start rolling in Starbound, you'll find that pixels aren't a problem. And I'll cover pixels in another video, but pixels really are not a problem. So this is a very efficient way for you to store things. So let's say from this last loot run that I went on, I found this interrogation table, right? I want to keep that for later. Who knows? I might have a torture base one day, right? Might have a torture base. That makes sense? Okay. So you put it in this spot right here on the 3D scanner. That costs 250 pixels to scan. Boom. Scanned in. The object is destroyed. But now I can go find it right here. And for a mere 1,000 pixels, I can make as many interrogation beds as I want. Now it's nice for decorating your base, making new bases, whatever. But the real kicker here is that it's no longer in inventory. You still have access to it for a pixel cost, but like I told you, don't worry about pixels. You still have access to it, but it's not taking up space. So Tesla spikes. Oh, I kind of like Tesla spikes. Let's get those. What? I have an extra one? I'll just trash it. I can make more whenever I need them. Let's see, what else do we want to keep? A plasma disc. Well, that looks cool. I could see that hanging on my wall. Boom. Scanned in. A cool computer. Scanned in. A red flask. Scanned in. A cool table. Scanned in. See? Just blow through those pixels. Just scan everything in. Here's a chair. Scanned in. Trash the extra one. Do not enter sign. 75 pixels. Boom. Done. An Apex life support pod. 500 pixels? Totally worth it. Boom. Scanned in. A second life support pod. 625. Boom. I don't have enough pixels. I'll get more. Okay. So that's it. That's the tip. Keep everything in your 3D scanner. I have all these chests set up. Now, yeah, I could have this huge base, and I could have 50 chests, 100 chests, and I could keep every grain of dirt. I could keep every chair, every light, every piece of tape, there's hundreds and hundreds of items of loot in this game. It's not worth it. Until you get set up and organized and want to start actually keeping all those things and using them, just throw them in your 3D printer. That's the way to go. Alright, as always, thanks for watching.